trial.
I said, in my face. Why are you in my face? Why are you recording me? Ain't you supposed to be security?
The 32-year-old mom of two maintains her innocence and says she's being sued for $24 million by a security guard accusing the singer of attacking, scratching, and spitting on her back in 2018. And if you're wondering if Cardi was coached to keep a poker face on the stand,
Oh, yeah.
well, that didn't happen. The eyes were rolling, there were yawns, and she answered questions like this.
Why were you concerned?
Because I'm pregnant and this girl's about to beat my ass. Hello?
So she's overweight, right? In your opinion.
She is like security heavy. Like she could protect the building.
Something about this case feels bigger than the memes. Yes, the eye rolls, the one-liners, the wig jokes, they're hilarious. But underneath the viral moments is a $24 million claim over what Cardi says was a 40 to 50 second hallway argument in 2018. No punches, no scratches, no spit. Just a pregnant woman demanding privacy, and a building guard who, according to Cardi, wouldn't stop following and recording her. Here's the setup most people miss. It's February 24th, 2018. Cardi's in her freshman year of mega fame, secretly 4 months pregnant, and headed to a closed Beverly Hills OB office for a private appointment. As in, doors shut to everyone else to protect her privacy. The plaintiff, Emani Ellis, wasn't Cardi's security or the doctor's security. She was building security. That difference matters. From here, the story's split. Ellis says she simply recognized a celebrity while doing rounds. Cardi says she stepped off the elevator, heard, "Oh my God, Cardi B," and saw a phone up pointed at her. She keeps walking. The woman keeps following. In a medical building during a secret appointment. If you're trying to hide a pregnancy from the world, that's a nightmare scenario. Cardi says she finally turned and asked the obvious. "Why are you recording me? Aren't you security?" Ellis, according to Cardi, said, "My bad," and then kept trailing her. That's when it got heated. Chest-to-chest words, no hands, the receptionist steps between them, and it's over in under a minute. That's Cardi's version, and it's been consistent. Meanwhile, Ellis alleges a full-on assault. Scratching, spitting, slurs, and lasting trauma. Big claims with big holes. No day of photos, no police report, no immediate medical records. Cosmetic surgery for a facial scar years later, with no proof it came from that moment. And the lawsuit, filed in 2020, 2 years after the incident, right when Cardi's career and net worth were peaking. Convenient timing or coincidence? Quick value, then a quick ask. If you want celebrity legal breakdowns that cut through the noise and lay out what's actually provable, hit subscribe now so you don't miss the next deep dive. Back to it. Let's rewind the tape the internet isn't seeing. Independent witnesses. The receptionist, Tiara Malcolm, testified she heard a commotion, came out, and saw no physical fight. None. Two women arguing, Malcolm between them. She later noticed a scratch on her own forehead. Not from Cardi, but sustained while separating the argument. Her words line up perfectly with Cardi's. Verbal heat, receptionist intervenes, no contact between Cardi and Ellis.
Well, first and first, I didn't want people to know that I was pregnant. Second, I was a little like, I don't want a guy that I work with to know I'm going to a vagina doctor.
Now, layer in the doctor. The OB, Dr. David F., heard the yelling, rushed out, and testified Ellis was the one flailing, with a phone in her hand, and that the receptionist was struck on the shoulder during the fray. Again, this backs Cardi's account and guts Ellis's. So why are people treating this like SNL? Because Cardi on the stand is Cardi on the stand. When asked if yesterday's hair and today's hair are both real, she deadpans, "They're wigs." When pressed on coffin-shaped nails allegedly scratching a face, she notes none broke, which you'd expect if she'd really clawed anyone. When an attorney pushes silly hypotheticals, she calls it what it is, a debate. And the courtroom cracks up.
As soon as I'm walking, I felt her walking right behind me. And then she said something. She said, "Oh my God, Cardi B." That's when I turn around. And she got the camera right here, like she recorded me. And I'm like, "Yo, why you recording me?" And she practically did admit that she recorded me because she said, "Oh my bad," for contact, but she just kept following me. She said it to me and I kept walking.
What if she was not a security guard and she was just a random human and said, "Oh wow, it's Cardi B"? Would you have taken offense to that?
No, I didn't even feel offended when she first said it. I felt offended when she kept following me. She recorded me, and you're supposed to be a security. You're not supposed to be recording patients going to any doctor, any. That's what offended me. When she first said, oh my God, it's Cardi B, I just kept power walking. I didn't say nothing. I said something the second time she said it, and I turned around and I saw that she was recording me. And I'm like, yo, why are you recording me? Ain't you supposed to be security? And she said, oh, my bad. Then she kept following me, and now I'm getting annoyed. Like, it's like, you're the security guard of the building.
Behind the comedy is a simple point. The plaintiff's story keeps moving. Which cheek was scratched? Were slurs said? Was it a phone in hand or not? Trauma so severe it needed years of treatment, but a 2-year wait to file? If this was the catastrophic attack described, where's the contemporaneous paper trail? And then there's the missing video. It's 2018, Beverly Hills office building. Cameras are everywhere, right? Ellis claims some celebrity-level conspiracy erased footage. Cardi's team says they searched and found no cameras on that specific floor. Either Cardi orchestrated a Mission Impossible wipe while 4 months pregnant, or the simplest answer fits the facts. This wasn't a cinematic brawl. It was a minute of bad judgment and boundary crossing, and then it ended. The number is the headline, though, $24 million. For context, that's more than most people will earn in a lifetime, thought for a moment shorter than a commercial break. In a hallway where 2 independent witnesses say no fight happened. If your eyebrows aren't raised, check your mirror. Online, people latch onto the memes, the wit, the eye rolls, the security heavy like she could protect the building line. Funny, yes, but the legal spine is stronger. No corroboration for assault, a receptionist scratched while intervening, and a doctor placing the plaintiff as the aggressor.
Yesterday you had black hair, short hair. Today it's blonde and long. Which one is your real hair? Or are they both real?
Cardi's response?
They're wigs.
Followed by a facial expression that clearly communicated what she thought about the intelligence level of this line of questioning.
Now to the tactics. Questions about wigs, gang affiliation, and forcing Cardi to repeat censored profanity to the plaintiff's face. That doesn't read like a search for truth. It reads like a crude attempt to inflame a jury with stereotypes. The judge shut down the worst of it. The internet saw through the rest.
Do you have any affiliation at this time with a gang?
Cardi also explained the reality of pregnancy at the time. Not disabled in the legal sense, but limited, cautious, protective. If she'd wanted to lash out physically, she said she could have. But she didn't, because she had a baby inside her. That's not a punchline. That's a motive not to escalate.
You were causing a disturbance. Maybe
I
she
wasn't
wanted to
causing
record
a
you.
disturbance.
Do you own the building of 8920 Wilshire Boulevard?
A doctor's office.
Do you agree that you were a guest in that building? You were
Yes.
a visitor, correct? When a security officer tells you to leave, are you supposed to leave?
Objection, Your
Yes or
Honor.
no? You were causing a disturbance in the building.
She started the disturbance.
Do you remember yesterday you said that there was a verbal altercation between the two of you? Do you remember that?
Yes.
It's a verbal fight. You had a verbal fight with her. You used the F word during that fight, didn't you?
Yes.
What other words did you use? Tell us in your own words what you said.
I said, on my face. Why are you in my face? Why are you recording me? Ain't you supposed to be security?
Tell it
Why?
to her now. Go ahead.
Huh?
Say it again. Say it.
Objection, Your Honor.
You want me to say it to
I
her
want
face?
you to tell it to her face what you said on that day so she can hear it for herself
Objection
again.
is sustained.
Hey, Your Honor, do we have civility in the court?
And if you wanted to scratch or cut her face with your right hand or your left hand, if you wanted to do it, you could have done it, correct?
But
You're
I
not
didn't.
disabled.
But
right?
I didn't because I had a baby inside me.
How did she know?
When the attorney kept pressing about whether she considered herself disabled during the incident,
Are you disabled? Yes or no?
At that moment, when you're pregnant, I'm very disabled. You want me to tell you the things I can't do?
Fine. What was your...
And remember, the receptionist's mark? She didn't even realize it until a nurse pointed it out later. Adrenaline does that. What matters is who put hands on whom. Witnesses say it wasn't Cardi on Ellis.
Because I'm pregnant and this girl's about to fucking beat my ass. Hello?
Hello. Hello, I'm here.
When the cross-exam turned to, what are interrogatories? Cardi didn't pretend to be a lawyer. I don't know. Clean, honest, effective. Jurors respect straight answers more than theatrics.
Do you know what's discovery?
Yes.
What are form interrogatories?
Oh, honey, I don't know what that means.
What is special interrogatories?
I do not know.
What are requests for admissions?
You don't know, right?
Then he asked,
When I'm talking to you now, are we having a verbal altercation?
Cardi's response,
We having, I'll say, a debate.
By the time we reach damages, anxiety, depression, PTSD, insomnia, body shaming, job loss, erased tapes, celebrity coercion, reality snaps back. The most explosive claims have already been dropped or shredded under scrutiny. The remaining ask still stretches credulity.
You said she's bigger than you, is that correct?
Absolutely.
How do you know that?
I mean, look.
Physically bigger, she's taller.
I mean, you have her medical records,
I don't
right?
have anything. I'm asking you the questions.
I mean, I was 130 pounds at that time.
So she's overweight, right? In your opinion.
Objection, relevant.
She's a little.
You don't need to answer me.
Okay. Make fun of her that she was overweight when you were there in the hallway?
I don't think so.
Did you call her fat?
No, I was calling her a. Yes, but she is like.
What? Say it.
Security heavy. Like she could protect the building. Type B. You know what I'm saying? She just
Right.
looked more developed than me.
Zoom out, and a pattern emerges. Celebrity lawsuits often name sky high to force a settlement. It's expensive to fight. It's easier to pay. But Cardi didn't fold. She showed up. She testified. She let witnesses do the heavy lifting. And the more sunlight hit this case, the more the shadows disappeared.
When you were there, did Miss Ellis attempt to strike Cardi B?
There was hands going while I was in the middle. I know no one landed, or I didn't even realize, I guess because my adrenaline, that I had a mark on my forehead. Besides me getting a scratch, nobody, as far as them two, hit each other.
Who scratched you?
Based off of, like I said, I didn't know that I even got scratched until I went into the office and the nurse was like, Tiara, your forehead. But I can only assume Cardi B was behind me because that was my main concern.
Timing note. All of this lands as Cardi's next album cycle heats up. She didn't script that. But the optics are inevitable. Authentic, funny, grounded under pressure is a good look. Opportunistic claims falling apart isn't.
Be this, be that. I don't know if I can curse, but...
Judge Ian Fusselman responded,
So we've heard just about everything so far. So
So here's the bottom line. Stripped of memes. The receptionist and the doctor both back Cardi. There's no day of evidence of assault. The story from the plaintiff keeps shifting. And the price tag, $24 million for a 1-minute argument, doesn't match the proof.
As soon as I got into the hallway and realized what was going on, my receptionist was between the plaintiff and the defendant, and there was a lot of yelling, a lot of finger pointing. My receptionist was struck. I remember it was like on the shoulder kind of thing. I think it was her right shoulder. And there was a phone in the security guard's hand, and the phone kept going back from the ear to point and then back to the ear. And at one point, kind of both hands were kind of flailing. I was trying to match sort of with body, language, the intensity of it to get across the point that this was not okay. And this is your job.
And who did you address that to?
Mrs. Ellis.
When you strip away the memes, the wigs, and the one-liners, what's left is a simple question. Do we judge a case by the loudest clip online, or by the quiet, steady facts that hold up under oath? Two independent witnesses. No contemporaneous evidence of assault. A story that shifts when pressed. A dollar figure that explodes far beyond what the record can carry. That's the spine of this trial, not the viral edits. This isn't about whether you love Cardi or not. It's about how we treat privacy, how we weigh credibility, and whether fame should make you an easier target or a higher standard for proof. It's about a woman, 4 months pregnant, asking for boundaries in a hallway where cameras were supposed to be replaced by discretion. And it's about a legal system that should still reward facts over theatrics, even when the internet craves the opposite. If you've ever felt misrepresented, if you've ever had your worst moment turned into someone else's headline, if you've ever wished people people would pause, breathe, and ask, what actually happened? Then you understand why this matters. We can laugh at the courtroom quips and still refuse to let comedy cancel out context. We can enjoy the personality while honoring the principle. Here's my promise to you. On this channel, we'll keep doing the work. Reading transcripts, comparing testimony, separating claims from proof. We'll bring receipts, not rumors. We'll hold space for empathy, even when the discourse tries to pull us into outrage. And we'll continue to spotlight the difference between a case that sounds big and a case that stands tall. If that's the kind of coverage you want more of, show this channel some love and subscribe. Tap the bell so you never miss a breakdown that respects your time and your intelligence. Drop your take in the comments. What would you do if you were the juror in this room? Share this with a friend who only saw the memes and deserves the full picture. And if you've been here a while, thank you. Your support lets us stay independent, thorough, and fair. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and stay critical. Internet noise is loud. Evidence is quiet. We'll keep turning down the volume so the truth can speak.